All right, YouTube, we are back. We're going to finish up this hand energy series with Yun Sao today and Gum Sao. But beforehand, I want to say hello to Hazel, my good friend Hazel, who's up in Lake County. Hazel, your mom told me that Hazel's a big fan of our videos. Apparently, she watches them without the volume, which is good because she's only 6. And then your mom told me that you're very aware of strangers, and you don't talk to strangers, and then you're doing very well at cheerleading and everything. So I had a great conversation with your mom the other day. She said you love our videos, so we want to say hi to Hazel out up by us. Now turn the sound off. Okay, good. Also, this is going to be a little bit of a. I want to make this aware for all of you guys who love Wing Chun and love what we do. I'm going to put the link at the bottom of this. There's a documentary that's trying to be filmed. Sifu David Peterson and John Little, who's I guess he's a Bruce Lee expert and a documentary maker. They're trying to do a documentary on Wang Shengliang. They're trying to get a fundraiser going. And I emailed Sifu David Peterson the other day, and I asked where the standings are. They're about $40,000 short of where we need to put this documentary going. And in the Wing Chun community, if you're in the Wing Chun community, all of us boast about how much we love Wing Chun and how powerful it is and how it could beat anybody. And all of us have a little bit of an ego too, knowing that the one guy that Bruce Lee could not wind up touching in his training was Wang Shengliang. He's the one fighter who could not be touched. So if there's going to be a documentary made on his life, I think it is imperative of us to donate for this film. I have, thanks to you guys, this project is growing great. I have 4,400 subscribers on my YouTube channel. If all of us donated $10 a piece, that covers it right there. If you're new coming into Wing Chun from an outside point of view on the martial arts side of it, and you are starting to love what we do, there was, in my opinion, no better fighter than Wang Shengliang. So to get a documentary made, especially with the help of Sifu David Peterson, who in my opinion is one of the guys who's done more for Wing Chun to help promote it than anybody else, then I think it's got to be him. Let's support him. So I'm imploring you guys to help me out, jump on him. Our program, we're going to be donating as often as we can to it. So we want to see this thing made. The link will be at the bottom of the video. Check it out. Go on Facebook and donate. Please just donate on that. We're continuing with 2 movements, then we're going to move on to another series where we're going to the forms. So what we have left for ours is going to be Yun Sao, circling hand, and Gum Sao, pressing hand. Again, go to Indianapolis Wing Chun. That's Clint Cloy's, my Wing Chun brother out in Indiana. He's doing Lan Sao, Wu Sao, Bill Sao, and I think he did another one. He did Lan Sao to Jut Sao, or Jump Sao, so he did a great video on that. This is going to be really short. I say this all the time when I talk about my first meeting with Syed. In the form, you'll see Yun Sao a lot as this circling hand. We're here, Tan, Yun, you grab and you circle. Tan, Yun, grab, circle. Okay, it's a circling hand. If you go back to the conceptual idea of the long bridge days where people fought like this, Tony steps in with a punch, make contact, you circle the hand, clear it, and then strike. Well, I was taught that. I was taught the idea of when Tony punches, you take it, circle, open him up, and then boom, strike. Okay, that's what it was. And again, from this side, boom, Yun, strike. All right. The beauty about meeting Syed is that as many years as I had Wing Chun, I go back to a teacher who now tells me that you have to go back to the basics, and it makes sense. So if everything in Wing Chun has forward intent, your Yun Saos will never be Yun, strike. They will always be forward intent. They strike as they're moving. Because remember, that hand's not going to be there. If you punch, Tony's going to punch slowly out and in. I make contact. As he pulls back, I should already be going in all the time. Where is Yun Sao applicable? Yun Sao is going to be applicable as far as Tony grabs me. You can Yun to open. Tony grabs, Yun to open and hit. Sorry. Okay. We have the other movement. Some people do in the form where they finish every movement. Tan, Sut Sao, Yun Sao, Tony punches, Sut Sao. Okay, but again, too, you have to remember that this hand is not going to be here. So I don't use Yun Sao that much. Maybe in Chi Sao, if I'm rolling hands, I Yun, come over the top, I Sut Sao to change an angle, but that's for Chi Sao. That's just to sit there because of the game we play. I use it. Okay, that's just to change the inside and outside gates. In an actual application, personally, I'm not going to waste my time. Tony punches. Yun. I'm not going to waste my time opening up a line to hit. I'm only going to be hitting with this hand. So just to have it in your arsenal, Yun Sao is here, but it's with forwarding energy. Gum Sao, on the other hand, comes out of Pak Sao, or any contact made. So if Tony punches, Gum Sao is you pak, that hand has made contact, and you pin. It's a pinning hand. It's jamming it down in there. In the form, second section, gum. You gum. You get that energy down. If you look, what's the distance? The distance is you got a fist length away from your body. Okay, the elbow is very tight to your body in all motions. So when I pak and Tony punches it, once I make that contact, I don't press down with my arm. My elbow is already full extended. I use my body and I press into him. That's jamming. That's a trap. Because if you go back to the idea where when Clint and I did the trap or crab video, if Tony punches and then I go to pin this, it didn't affect his core. But you know, I make contact, I have to affect his core. And that all comes from keeping my elbow not moving and putting this energy into him. Okay? So Gum Sao I do use, and it's just to clear the line. You know, he punches, clearing, and you can go any way you want. Down, in. Remember, it's just a tool, but you're learning to use it any way you want. So you pin into him, down into him. It's all using that body to go in. That's Gum Sao's assertive in their balance. Those are the last two we're going to cover on those. Real brief, short video. Yun Sao, and then Gum Sao, and they all have to have forwarding energy. So your body has to come behind it. So once again, Tony punches. I'm not going to clear and hit. He punches, punch with that hand so they can see. I'm going to, as I go in. I always go in as I make contact. Then he punches again. It's not pinning, punch. You're going in with that body. So once again, these two movements particularly, where they are applicable to Chi Sao, number one. Fighting to a degree if you make that contact and you stick on them, but what they do teach you is that your body always has to move forward no matter what you do. So I think Yun Sao and Gum Sao at least are two of the best conceptual training tools so you can wind up moving in. All right, got a lot more coming to the channel. We're finishing up with this series. Again, go to that link, donate. Get off your lazy asses. You know, if there's 6 million people out there who do Wing Chun and all of us donate $1, we'll get this fucking film done I don't know how soon. So that's that. See you in the next video. Do you have anything to add?
Is there an upwards motion with Gum Sao?
Yeah, we have in the form here, so it wouldn't be Gum Sao. Like if you punch, you'll see people do the breaking elbow. So it's not going to be the same. You won't lift into it. Gum Sao, in my opinion here, you're pressing down and in. You're already going down and in, up and in. So it's going to be two different motions that are applied by sinking and going down or rising and going up and in. They could arguably be the same, but in my opinion, nah, we're going to separate them just for the sake of getting them down.
Okay.
Any questions?
Nope.
Thanks, man. I'll see you in the next video. I got you. See ya.